I was born near the ocean and I have loved it ever since. I have been to oceans on both coasts, east and west, and visited northern and southern shores. As soon as I learned to walk, I have loved the beach and the water. Here I am as a 2-year-old exploring the tide pools in Maine, turning over rocks and looking for crabs. Oh, I got one! When I think about the ocean, I tend to separate it into three main tiers: on the water, into the water, and under the water. When you're on the water, you are boogie boarding or surfing or skimboarding. These activities allow you to use the ocean as a place to have fun, but not necessarily see the beauty that is underneath the water. Some ways to get a better look at what's in the water is by snorkeling. I swim and snorkel in many places. Another way to explore the ocean is by taking the sea life out of the water, at least for a few seconds. Here I am catching a blue crab in East Hampton, New York. The way you catch a crab is you get a chicken leg, tie a string to it, and toss in the water. Then when you feel the nibbles, you pull it in slowly and you net him. One of my favorite things to do in the ocean is fishing. I love seeing what cool creatures I'm able to catch and tricking them into eating something that's not actually food. I like fighting them to bring them up too. I also like the way it takes actual work. It's called fishing and not catching, so you can be out there for hours and hours and not get a bite. When I caught a marlin in Mexico, we had to wait for hours with no bites, but the good news is we came across a school of dolphins, and they swam right alongside the boat for at least 15 minutes. Going into the water and even catching stuff from inside of the water shows the beauty of the ocean and the creatures that live there. When you are snorkeling, you are basically looking down into a foreign world that's completely different than ours. You are able to see how life under the ocean is and what animals do to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a 360. But even the thrill of catching an amazing fish like the marlin I caught off the shore in Mexico doesn't give you the full appreciation of the ocean. In order to get that, you have to be under the water, the final tier. That's the only way to truly see it. When you are 30 feet down under the water, you get to really see what the fish and animals do naturally, instead of seeing them out of the water like in fishing. So because of this, I decided to learn scuba and went diving for my final test dive in Monterey Bay. Under the water, you feel like you are basically a part of this huge world that is completely different from our own. You feel completely out of where you're supposed to be, but somehow you feel safe. The new sights are breathtaking and crazy, but when I first go into the water, I am amazed at the variety of colors unlike our own world. Down in the ocean, it is so vibrant with colors, and the variety of shapes is amazing. The fish that you see could be the same ones that you can catch, yet you get to see them act normal and be calm like they normally would under the water. When I pull a fish up after I catch him, I get to see the colors of the fish, but I don't get to see how he acts in real life, because he is flopping around trying to get away. Yet when I am under the water, he is calm and focused on some magical thing that no humans can see, only the animals under the water can.